Hello, I am Becca Rue. Thank you for watching Rue's Musings. Today we're talking about the gift of not getting what you want, and I'll explain. So I've been thinking about how we behave essentially when we do get what we want. And I've talked about this in my music, I'll Be Happy When, and I still really believe this. That was years ago that I shot that musing. That as soon as we get what we want, we're sort of instantaneously already on to the next thing. So there isn't this reprieve when we get what we want. We don't then live a life in contentment forevermore when we get what we want. We want more. We want more. So it got me thinking, why do we set ourselves up in this way to feel like we're going to be happy when we get what we want, when we're all sure that when we get what we want, we're still not satisfied. We're on to the next thing. Do you guys agree with that? I think you do. So then I was like, okay, so what is the pleasure of it? And don't get me wrong, sometimes getting what you want feels really good. For a moment or moments or a day or a week even, but it doesn't feel good for the long term. You know, once we have enough money, we want more money. Once we have the perfect pair of shoes, we want a second pair of shoes. Once we have our ideal body, we want to improve on it. So I just don't think that there's this moment of feeling good with what we have. We're always wanting more. And here's what I want to say. I think the joy is in attempting to achieve what you want when, here's the kicker, you believe that you're worthy of it. So when we believe that we're worthy of getting what we want and we go for it and we're working towards it, I think that's when we feel good. When we are working towards something and we don't believe that we're worthy of it, that doesn't feel so good, right? That's really hard to show up for. And let's talk about that moment when we go for something. We go for an audition, or we try a new nutrition plan, or we ask somebody out, or we see if they like us back, and they don't, right? We don't get the audition, the diet plan doesn't work, and they don't like us back. If we feel worthy of them, then we sort of can handle that. Brene Brown has a new book out called Rising Strong that's about that, about having your face down in the arena, bloody and marred, and how do you get up from that? And when we feel worthy of all of those things, of having our ideal body, of having the person like us back, and of landing the audition, then we kind of take it in stride, and it fuels us to to try again. But when we don't feel worthy of achieving what we want, and then we get rejected, it's pretty devastating. So again, all of this is sort of to illustrate that what is going on outside, the thing out there that we want, is never really going to make us happy or keep us happy. It's how we approach those things. And I know we all know this, but I think this framework for me was really interesting to shift how I'm thinking about it from, oh, that moment when I have that much money in the bank is going to make me feel relaxed, to I really want to focus on feeling worthy of working towards that and believing that I'm capable of having that much money in the bank and believing that I'm capable of working that hard and following through and creating the structure and all these different things. So I'm here to say that I think our pleasure actually comes from working towards the goal and feeling worthy of it rather than achieving it or not achieving it. What do you guys think? Please leave comments below if you have any ideas or questions or comments about this musing. Check out my other musings, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.